Hey guys and gals, Malkuth 1974 back at you with a new Kerbal Space Program series. In this series we're going to start from the beginning in a campaign game in version 1.0 of Kerbal Space Program. So I'm going to go to start anew. I gotta tell you right now, I only have one mod installed, and that mod is Kerbal Engineer, and I will show you how I am going to fix an issue with using Kerbal Engineer that you might not have with vanilla. Kerbal Engineer is the only actual functional mod I have installed. There is another mod I have installed that I am trying out that is just a lighting mod that uses your engines. When you use your engines at night, it lights up the surrounding terrain. Something I want to try out. It has no function other than graphic wise. So we will do Malkuth. Okay, now we'll call it Career Game. So this is going to be very similar to a tutorial type game, but it's going to be a let's play, so we'll be honest about that. And let me see, what should we use for our flag for this let's play? Let's see. What is that? These are like parts, peoples, and trees. We can do that. I haven't actually looked in here for a long time. I usually take the ESA one. Let's see. Go for the classic retro KSP one, I guess. Why not, right? We're in career mode. We're not doing science or sandbox. I'm going to change the difficulty levels here. I'm going to do custom. What I'm going to change is I'm not going to allow reverting flights. The reason for that is that I'm using Kerbal Engineer, and Kerbal Engineer should give me a pretty good idea of what my rocket is capable of. And if I have to lose the funds on that, then I'll have to lose the funds. So we'll do like that. I will keep quick loading in because there is still bugs in Kerbal Space Program 1.0, and I'm sure I'll be hit with them many times. Hopefully, we don't have too many mods installed, we won't have too many issues. Missing crews will respawn we're not going to do that. We're not going to allow the higher crew members. No entry purchase required on research. We're just going to keep that just like that. Keep the facilities destructible, and we're not going to allow stock vessels. Starting funds are going to be 25,000. Starting science, that's all fine. Re-entry heating, we're going to keep this up. We're still in 0.102. We're expecting 1.03 at any time. Right now, the re-entry heating doesn't matter because it doesn't seem to work all that well. So hopefully 1.03 will fix that. So we'll just keep that at 100%. Resources we'll keep like that. Rewards, everything else will be there. So there we go. We'll go into the game and we'll start right off. First thing what I want to do is we want to get our rocket right off of a rocket going. Or actually, we want to get science. So how are we going to do that? Let's see if there's any. We got to launch our first vessel. Orbit. We can grab this contract and we'll grab the launch. We can only take 2 because we only allowed max 2 active contracts when we're in this stage of the game. And all I'm going to do is grab a rocket like that. And I'm not going to even do anything with this right now. We have, who's going to be on there? Jebediah, so that's fine. We got Valentine on there too. So all I want to do is get as much science as we can off the bat. So let's throw a couple, well, we'll just throw one mystery goo container on here. I'm just going to go like this, go like that. That's all I can really do. So we'll launch this just like this. I'm just going to grab some science right off the launch pad here. So observe that. So that's 3. I'm going to keep that data. Pretty sure I can't do an EVA with him yet, right? No, I can. Oh, so you can do an EVA on the launch pad. That's good. At least they changed that. And can I do an EVA report? Yes. We'll keep the data there. We can't gather anything yet. That's fine. There are other biomes on the actual Kerbal Space Center. Every building is its own biome. The airfield is an own biome. This is its own biome. The flag is its own biome, but it would take me quite a while to get over there with just walking like this, so we'll keep it like this for right now. This should give us a good head start in our technology. I do want to get him back in the board, a crew report. Did I do a crew report? No, I didn't. Okay, so there you go. So I'm just going to recover this vessel. We'll get all our funds back because we didn't do anything, we didn't lose anything, and we didn't break anything. So I gathered 16 science from that. That's cool. And we got most of our funds back. And we still have 117. That is actually plenty of funds. We'll just go down in here. One of the first things I want to grab is these engines. And what do we got left? We got 11 left. We do need, would like to have the TR-18A stack decouplers and the Science Junior. We can definitely do that. I can go get some more science right now. See, you just kind of gotta flake the system a little bit. And what I'll do is I will grab, where is it? That, just like that. Do we have any ladders yet? I don't think so. No, we don't. And this time I'm going to put a scientist in here. So let's get our scientist a little bit leveled up. What I would like to do is I'd like to flip this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Let's see what this will give us. That's 0.07 science. That's fine. Observe mystery goo. That will give us 7. That's good. And what I can do is I can EVA him. Let's see if he can do a soil sample himself. He still can't do soil samples, so that is science that we actually have to upgrade one of our buildings to do that. So I just got some more science, so we'll recover the vessel one more time and see how far that will get us, see if we'll get any more science. So I got science of 20 at 13.8. I used my scientist on that, so he should have leveled up, got at least XP gain, so that's good. And we'll go back in here and we'll see what we can unlock now. This is 20 science, and I have 20 science, which will give me a few extra rocket engines. Let's make sure I don't need anything else. Nope. So there we go. So before I even took off, even before I did anything, I unlocked 3 scientists. I unlocked 3 nodes for our science, and now we're ready to actually do one of our tests. So I should have also we launched our first vessel. If we look in the archives, we see the gather science from Kerbin. We did that. That should actually be up here. That we got that. So we got the 61,000 for that. Let me look and make sure there's nothing else that I can grab. Escape the atmosphere. We might be able to do that. Let's try that. On this try, we should be able to do it at least. So we'll pull this out of here. I probably could use it to get more science. I'm thinking not right now. Let's do a couple different things here. I'm going to tuck this up as much as possible. Make sure we don't have any heating issues. I'm going to put the Mark 16 parachute on there. And what do we have for engines? Do we have anything interesting? No, we don't. So I'm going to go like, well, actually we need to put the decoupler first. If we can come back, I'm going to go like that. And I am going to grab the LVT30 Reliant. No, we're going to grab the swivel engine here. That's going to help us get into suborbital. I believe we could probably do better than that, but for the first launch, we're going to kind of keep this simple. I do have the Thumper solid fuel, baby. That should give us way too much delta V for TWR, so 3.13, and this one has a little bit too much to it. So I'm going to turn these down just a tad. There we go. And I'm going to turn this Thumper down just to about there. That should get us into space. We're going to, yeah, that should get us into space, especially if I launch almost straight up. Can I have any more science? No, no, no. I do want to put one of these on here for we can send science back. We don't have any actual we'll only have 50 electric charge, and that might suck up a lot of our electric charge to do that, but we don't have any sort of system for electric charging. And one last thing I'm going to do, something I always do to make sure my rocket does not flip over, is I'm just going to add a few of these as low as possible. It's kind of my stand. And if we go like this, these are now together, and those are together, and that's the last stage, and that's that. Of course, we're going to put Jebediah. Now let's do Valentini on this one here. She hasn't flown yet, so we'll put her in there. She'll be the first pilot, first female into orbit, or a suborbital, I would say. We'll get this going. Light this up. Target. Everything looks good. Yes. 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 So let's just take off. Seems like I'm having a pretty good lift off here. I'm not going too fast. I did turn, if you remember, I did turn the solid fuel thrusters down a little bit for we wouldn't have that issue. I probably could have added some more tanks to this to actually get me into orbit, but right now I just want to start beating some of these records, launch first vessel and stuff like that. I'm going to start twisting this up a little bit. My purpose is not to get to space, so I'm not so concerned about my ascent profile of getting into space. I mean, I'm staying in space. We're just going to do a suborbital trajectory. We'll do some observe mystery goos right here. That'll give us 7 science, and I'm going to do a crew report, which will give us 3, and I'm going to send that. I'm going to launch this up. Make sure we don't flip this thing. Ooh, that's getting close. Ooh, I almost did flip it. So I'm just going to bring this down just a tad. Let's see where I am on my AP. So we are at 21,000. Hopefully this will get a suborbital. I'm hoping. How much did we lose? Electric charge. So we're charging back up, so that's good. I did the crew report below space just for and got rid of it for I can do a crew report in space and get some more science. You can see all the stuff I am getting right now. It's pretty good. My my money situation's going up. I really don't see how people have issues starting off. Did we actually get to orbit? No, we did not. Okay, so that's fine. Again, we're not going to be able to cheat this and do a revert, so that's fine. So next time we'll just add a few more tanks to it, and we'll get into orbit better. I'm just breaking a few records right now, which is fine, which is good. I'm going to get to my highest point here. We are losing our apoapsis a little bit, but we'll kind of go a little bit over. And what are we at here? 53. I keep forgetting I have a Kerbal Engineer installed, but I don't actually have, I can't use it because I don't have it on the rocket yet. I'm trying to make this in the cheap for we're not messing around. 53. I'm not sure if I can do another crew report at this height or not. If it's different, upper atmosphere, we'll keep that. That is fine. And I will do another goo right here, which will give us another 9, which I'll keep. And at this point, I am going to separate the stage, and I'm going to go retrograde. For we shouldn't actually have any heat effects because we're going so slow. Usually, you don't start getting heat effects until you're, in the 1500 ms or the 1600 ms range of speed. So we shouldn't have that issue now. Let's just get this guy down. Ready to move in. Valentina, happier than ever. I can also do a EVA report while I'm in the water, so we'll do that. I'll try to get her out. At this point, it's pretty important that you want to sort of use your pilots as much as possible. You want to rotate them around because you want both Valentine and Jebediah to gain experience, which will gain them levels. And the only way that they will gain levels is if they do certain things in the game, like get into different spheres of influence and landing on other planets and planting flags. Those are the major things that change everybody's actual levels. So when I hit 1500, I'll let this parachute out. I'm looking at my altitude up here. And there we go. There goes the parachute. And at 500, it should open up and slow us right down. can see the parachute right there. Bam! There we go. And we got to about 170. I know it gets close, but it usually always works out for you. Do some time acceleration here before we get into, we land really quick. There we go. And she's on the ground. Let's get her out of here. We'll do another EVA. Should be able to do an EVA. There we go. And I'll do an EVA report. If you see, this is why in Kerbin's water, so we'll just grab that, rejoin that, and we'll recover the vessel. Should have got a lot more science out of this, so we can unlock some more stuff. So science-wise, we're now at 35, so this could give us everything that we have done. Parts-wise, we got some of our funding back, but look how much funding I have. I'm at 272,000 already, and for crew, she gained another experience, so that is good. I am going to recover this stuff. That is money in my pocket. And did I beat anything? I still have 2 max contracts, so we haven't actually got to orbit or broken the atmosphere yet. So let's go back to our science and see what we can unlock here. I can either go for these, which will not gain me anything that I need right now, or I can go for this, which will give me the smaller Terrier engine, which is very important for the higher atmosphere stuff. So if I can unlock that, I will. I can't yet, so I won't. That needs 45 science, so I'm just going to keep going where we are. I'm going to wait until we get there, and I am going to up this stage just a little bit. We'll just add a few more fuel tanks to it. A few more should do it, because we saw what happened last time. I'm going to add 4 of them. That should get us into space. Go like that, and we'll go like that. This will be a long rocket, but that's fine. Rockets are supposed to be big. So there we go. What do we got here? 88. So we can fix that. I got to fix that up a little bit. I'll get that to 160, and I'll get this to 155 too. There we go. Should be all set. We'll actually name this as our Mark 1 rocket. This is our starter rocket. And I'm going to change out Valentina and put Jebediah in there. I guess he'll be the first guy into a suborbital trajectory, I guess. This should definitely get us up there this time. And we can close out episode 1. Excited to be doing it this way. This is all recorded as is. I'm playing as I record, which makes me very happy. If you guys ever watch my Apollo series, I had to just record a bunch of stuff and then throw it all together and then do post voiceover on it. I really don't enjoy that very much, because I always explained it in the series as I feel disconnected from what I'm doing, what I'm playing. It's much harder for me to go back to a video like that and decide what I was doing or what I was thinking when I did it. So I like playing like this. This is how I play Minecraft when I do my Minecraft videos. So, and I know it's harder with Kerbal Space Program, but we'll be all set. I gotta make sure I do not mess that up. So there we go. Get him into a suborbital. This should definitely get a suborbital this time. I should not have any issues. I don't seem, just because of how this rocket works, it's not the most optimal ascent profile. It's my prograde marker, that the yellow thing, which I'm keeping my reticle inside, as you can tell, for I don't flip, is actually dropping very, very slowly. It's not really good, because that means I'll get, if I was trying to do an orbital flight, which, you know, I'm not trying to do, I'm just trying to get suborbital. We might be able to get orbital with this. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to, though. But you want this to fall a little bit farther, a little bit quicker. So what that would mean is that I think I started my gravity turn at 100 ms. I probably would want to shrink that down to around 90 or maybe even 85. Maybe it would drop a little bit quicker that way. You got to think of the atmosphere as like a curve, and you want to fly over that curve. If you don't fly over the curve, what happens is you get the Mach effects, and you get the heating effects, which is an indication that you're fighting the atmospheric pressure when you're launching a rocket, which is not a good thing to do for efficiency-wise. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get into orbit this time, but I won't. I mean, a suborbital trajectory, but I will not be able to get into orbit, I don't believe. No, so we'll just get as high as we can. I probably could have pushed it with that a little bit, but why push it? I want to get as high as I can. Well, we'll just go to there, I guess. Yeah, I probably could have done it. I'm not going to worry about it right now. So Jebediah is going to be the first guy in space. That's fine. We will get some more science. I also need to put the Science Junior on here for I can get even more science. But right now we're just trying to break some of these records, and the orbital record and the suborbital record. And the next time we'll actually go for the actual space record. And then we'll actually build a real rocket that can get us into orbit. So there we go. We're in orbit. We just hit 71,000. I'm going to do an observe gooey. That'll give us 10 science. That will allow us to get the Terrier engine, which is cool. I'm going to do a crew report, and I'm going to send it. That's why we have the antenna on there. That's the only way to send crew reports. See, my electric energy died a lot on that one. And I'm going to wait until... I would like to see how far I can get this. I'm going to use up the rest of the fuel in this. It won't get us out of orbit, but I might be able to get onto this island where I can do even more EVA reports. Because we've already done an EVA report over the ocean, so now we want to kind of get onto the other islands and do EVA reports that way. But I'm not sure if I can actually do it or not. We'll see. I could turn it a little bit, I guess. Nope, wrong way. Nope, it won't do it that time. I might land there. We will lose a little bit of our velocity while that's happening. So there we go. I'm going to do another mystery goo. No, actually, so this is space. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait until I land on the ground, and we'll do a mystery goo wherever we are. So that should help us with that. And I'm going to lose this stage, and we're going to go back into a re-entry profile. Let's get this guy going. And nice. Coming right over that island, so kind of hoping I land on it, but I'm not holding my breath. We're coming in at over 2,000. We'll be over 2,050 by the time we enter re-entry here. So there we go. Make sure that is on there. I'm using the SAS right now because the goo canisters unbalanced the rocket a little bit, so I don't want it to wobble and take any chances with breaking the ground. Actually, I am going to land on that island, I believe. Yes! Which will be good. If you guys can see that island right there. I should be able to land on that. I should. We're slowing down to 1,200. Getting a little bit dark. The sun has been setting over on that side, and it does look like I will hit the wow, that was a pretty good job. I'm going to take SAS off right now. We shouldn't have any issues now, and I'm going to do a crew report over here, which will give us 3.5. Flying over grasslands. What do I got for fuel? We don't want to lose that, so I'm going to keep that data for right now. I will send it when I land. I'll show you why I'm deciding to do that. We don't want to lose control of our actual pod here to have it run out of electric charge, because we want to actually be able to launch our parachutes. That would be bad. So there we go. Yes, I did land on land. That's good. So that'll give us more science. Should set us up for definitely getting the Terry engine and maybe getting us something else. We might be able to get some of the lower tier stuff to help us out a little bit. 2.6. I'm trying to guess where I am here. I'm just going to pop the parachutes right now. I'm not quite sure. I don't have Cribble Engineer installed, so this is sea level. Always remember that. This number is sea level, not actual land level. So you might only be at, 500 or whatever it is. See how close I'm coming to the land right now? Ooh, it's scary. So there we go. And we'll bring this down. Yeah, we were pretty close to sea level anyway. I can tell you right in a second. we're about 30 meters off of sea level, so we're 30 meters above sea level. You can see right here how I'm still 30 meters above sea level. That's what I'm talking about. We're on land, so you're not exactly at sea level. It's just like anywhere else. So let's do a mystery goo, which will give us 3 science. We'll keep that. And I should be able to transmit this data. No. What is it doing? Don't do that. Oh, Computertron. Transmit data. I don't want to risk that. Okay. Never mind. EVA. And we will do an EVA report, which will give us another 5.6 science. Science is important in the beginning of the game. You want to get as much as you possibly can and recover all of that. And we'll call this episode good at this point. Let's take a look at what we got. So if you look at my science, I now have 78 science. That should be able to allow us to unlock a bunch of stuff. We'll go do that right now. Let's also look at what we got. So funds are at 513. We can start unlocking some of this stuff. We'll do that next episode. And Jebediah did not gain any experience because he didn't actually go into orbit or change any sphere of influence, and we'll definitely grab that. So let's unlock something else. We definitely want the Terry engine, so we're going to grab that right off the bat. So I only have 33 left, so I'm going to go for... let me see. I still don't need this stuff because we're not going to be landing yet. The heat shield, what I do need is this, the TT38K radial decoupler, and I could definitely use a winglet and a small nose cone and an aerodynamic cone, so I'm going to grab this to help us out there. So there you go, guys. Our first episode, we got on a pretty good launch there. We'll unlock a few things we'll upgrade some of our facilities next episode, but until then, this is Malkuth 1974. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later. Malkuth out of here.